Hello, and welcome back to another live with me this morning. I've actually got 3 live sessions today with 3 of the speakers at the Visibility and Velocity Summit. And I'm recording a podcast this afternoon, so I'm literally spending all day talking, which I'm not going to complain about. Anyway, I'm really excited for this speaker. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I have beef with the word visibility because it focuses so much on how you look rather than being heard. However, how you look does affect how you show up and also how you feel within your body. Now, I'm 5'2". I'm a curvy girl. So for me, it's all about making sure that how I show up truly reflects who I am and matches my personality. So obviously I had to have a personal stylist and a body confidence coach speaking on the virtual stage at the Visibility and Velocity Summit, because as much as I can kick and scream about visibility being about how you look, it does impact your identity and how you show up. So I'm going to bring our next speaker onto the stage so that you can meet personal stylist and confidence coach, Jas Chana. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Are you feeling like you're back in a routine now with the kids back at school? Or is
Oh, yes, absolutely. It felt like a weight off my shoulders. We had a great summer, though. It was brilliant, but it's almost like the lights were just switched off. And we're back in rainy weather and autumnal kind of cold season, which is not bad because I'm loving all the autumn fashion that's coming in. So it's really exciting.
what? I mean, I haven't really paid much attention. I mean, again, like I've just said, I'm 5'2" and curvy. So anything with a knee-high boot, I just switch off. But what trends are coming out this autumn?
Oh, so there's some great tailoring, 80s inspired big sleeve. River Island are doing a lot of those kind of really sharp tailoring blazers, but with puff sleeves. There's lots of burgundy and chocolate brown in the shops right now. And there's loads of micro trends coming through as well. So I love a bit of boho in autumn winter, and that's come through. You always tend to get the animal prints. There's a lot of cow print coming in. So there's loads. Every shop is different, but there seems to be a general theme of this time of year. You get a lot of the kind of camel tones, burgundies, athleisure kind of wear as well is really popular. So yeah, lots of cool things coming in, slowly trickling through the stores.
Yeah. Now, I must admit, so I'm an autumn winter and I'm very much about bold. So I struggle with autumnal colours. And you and I have just had a conversation backstage about not having to follow the rules so rigidly. So
Yeah.
if anyone who's watching us live or watches the replay are really kind of struggling with that autumn colour palette, like what kind of tips can you give to people?
So obviously, if you're an autumn color palette, you're not always going to exactly find your colors in store. But this time of year, you will be able to find them. And I think don't feel afraid to kind of contrast colors, like burgundy and pink can go quite well, like a soft muted pink. Like tan and burgundy can also go well, camelot burgundy. So play around with colors and have fun with it. And I would say, if you're someone that wears a lot of black, which a lot of people do tend to stick to because they prefer it, wear your color on your top half because that will light you up. If you're a deep autumn coloring, that's going to really give you that glow on your face, especially in these dark wintry days that were coming up. Wearing color towards your face is going to really highlight that area.
Amazing. Now,
Yeah.
one of the reasons that I did invite you to the Visibility and Velocity stage is because, there are a lot of people who hold themselves back from being visible because of their size or their body shape or just not having the confidence to kind of own who they are. How did you get to where you are, where you were just like, no, do you know what? I'm going to own this. This is going to be my niche. I want to work with the curvy girls and just make them feel amazing.
I think I can resonate with it so much because I'm curvy myself. I've got 3 kids. After 3 kids, my body shape changed so much, and I was just like, I felt like there was all the other stylists were all slimmer than me, and I felt nobody's shouting out for the curvy women, and I was like this. And I have to admit, I was afraid to do this because I thought nobody would be interested. But it's been amazing. Like women have come to me and said, I am so stuck. I don't know how to. And I think it all comes down to understanding your body shape. When so many women feel lost is because they don't know how to style themselves. They're feeling stuck. Why your clothes holding you back is because you're probably you've probably got clothes in your wardrobe, which I find with so many clients from 10 years ago that no longer align with your life as it is right now. And I think that's the thing that's holding you back. You're stuck, you're stagnant. I really believe in energy of things, and it creates a stagnant energy. So how can you move forward if your wardrobe isn't aligned with your current lifestyle? And I think also it comes back to just creating that vision for the woman you want to become. Like who do you want to become? What are the words that define your future self? So that's so important, and really get thinking about, like I always say to clients, 3 to 5 words that will define that future self that you want to become. Are your clothes aligning with where you are right now? Are they aligning with those key words? Ask yourselves that question. And you know what? I can probably guarantee 80-90% of women will probably say, yes, none of it. We could be holding on to it because of size. We could be holding on to it because there's some emotional attachment towards the clothing. But those things shouldn't be in your wardrobe.
I love that. And it sounds like when you work with clients, it's not just about, doing their colours, and it's not just about finding the clothes for the body shape. Actually, it's that real embodiment piece. It's the identity and being like, not own who you are, which is a really difficult journey to go on. I think you and I have probably both been on it at various stages, and
of course.
And it doesn't necessarily get easier. And I think as well, once you get past 40, you do kind of hit the pocket button a little bit, and you're like, no, do you know what? I feel amazing in this. I'm going out, and if people have got a problem, then that's on them. But I kind of love that you're not just doing the kind of logical, this is what you should wear and this is the color palette. You're really kind of going deeper on that kind of mindset and belief work.
Oh, of course. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm curvy, a mid-sized woman. I have my wobble from time to time. We constantly need to do the work on ourselves and show up powerfully, because but I think the confidence comes when you know who you are, when you know these are the words that, these are the words that I want my future self to be, and then when you can, then when you define those, then those qualities of your future self, you can build a wardrobe that embodies those traits. And then and I think that's what will build your confidence as well. Having those tools and knowing that they're there, like the style and body shape guides and whatever you're given with whoever you work with, they will help you to pick and choose as and when you need them to build yourself, to dress yourself stylishly with confidence. So, that can be hugely, empowering when you have those tools under your belt.
Of course. And I suppose as well, and, I always have to tread slightly carefully because obviously I work in PR, so I can't villainize the media too much. But, especially as women, we're taught to kind of chase being thin or have like washboard abs or have a gap between the thigh. Like we're constantly told, minimize, shrink to fit in. And it is about learning to accept that your body is where it is at the moment, accentuate it, use it to its kind of fullest potential. And I said to you at the beginning when we were backstage, like this top, I feel a little bit self-conscious because it's quite booby. But then I'm like, but I've got curves. So like work them, show up. It's, it is part of my brand. It's, quite playful and a little bit out there. But I guess for me, fashion is fun. And do you find that sometimes for your clients, it can be difficult to get out of the mindset of I need to wear black because it's slimming, and introduce them to maybe different shades or tones that make them feel amazing but look amazing at the same time?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when I work with clients and I create a lot of my guides are very detailed. When I work with a client, I create outfits for them. And sometimes some people need to see visually what kind of outfits I have selected that would suit them. And sometimes it takes them to try those things to go, oh, I see what you mean. I love that look. They'll see it on paper. And then when they actually try it on, and people are commenting like, you look amazing in that color, or you look amazing in that style of dress, or whatever it could be, it just gives them that little bit of confidence that, okay, it might feel new to so many people that live in black. I had a client once that lived in black, and actually recently she just sent me pictures and I was like, you're actually wearing color. So slowly I just taught her how she could add in accessories. It could be gold or silver accessories. If I never say to clients, you can't wear black, even if it's not part of your season, women will always want to wear black, and that's absolutely fine. But it's like learning clever styling tricks and how you can add, it could be adding makeup. Like I've got a lot of black on today, but adding that pop of color on your lip, or it could be a bold accessory or something that detracts from all the black that you're wearing. So that can make such a difference.
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of a bold lip. If I'm wearing a colour that doesn't quite suit my colour palette, I'm like, just put on a bold lip. No one will notice.
And it makes such a difference, and it adds that colour to your face as well.
Yeah, of course. And I suppose as well, as we age, our kind of skin texture and tone changes as well. And our hair colour. Like I remember, so back in the pandemic, my mum had no choice but to just embrace the grey. And now she's like a really almost like, it's like a blonde grey. But I keep saying to her, the colours that you used to wear when your hair was brown, you can't wear them anymore. I was like, you need to have another style consultation because your colour palette's completely changed. Like, do you find that a lot with clients, that you're having to introduce them to new colours?
I don't. I've worked with some clients, some older clients that have they've gone grey, and your colouring can change with some people. Sometimes some people stay the same, but with some people they can change. They do get cooler in their skin tones. Some of them, and that's where we kind of look at where they're at. Like some people prefer to go grey, and then what colours will most suit them best.
Yeah. Now, this might be a bit of a random question, but I'm just thinking, like when I grew up, you had like Trini and Susanna on the TV, and they were getting people in front of like a 360 mirror. Do you think that kind of hindered people wanting to work with personal stylists? Or did it actually make people more aware of them needing additional support?
I think a bit of both. When you mentioned it, I thought, God, goodness, that was brutal, wasn't it? I guess they did it for TV, right? It was a reality, TV, and it felt quite brutal at times because they're like, this is not right, this is not, and I don't work like that with clients. And every stylist can be different. I like to work with the client in a way that it's comfortable for them. They're not pushed into anything. I show clients why an outfit works for them and why something isn't working for them, and when they can see that, they're more likely to kind of trust you and say, yes, okay, I agree, I can see why. And then I also, when I'm styling them in an outfit, I like to say, can you imagine yourself wearing this for example, the presentation, for this outfit for the school run, or giving them ideas on how many different kind of areas of their life they can wear that outfit, and then they're more likely to buy it. And yes, so definitely, I think you know, people know them, women know themselves when they're feeling stuck and they know they're not feeling great. And I think it always is a good place to start is your wardrobe. It's editing that wardrobe of things that no longer serve you, and then understanding what suits your body shape. Colors are always a big bonus, although sometimes some clients are not fussed because they like sticking to certain colors, and then that's absolutely fine as well.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for the live. The idea of this was to just give people a little sneak peek at what they can expect at the Visibility and Velocity Summit, because, you know, that 25 minutes of our fireside chat is going to go really quickly. And I wanted to kind of highlight you all, give you your own spotlight, and just kind of show to everyone, this is what you can expect. We're going to go way deeper in the fireside chats. That's why I've set them up as those kind of intimate conversations. So everyone gets to hear tips or advice that they wouldn't necessarily hear in a PowerPoint presentation. So Jas, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course, always. So if you haven't yet bought your ticket, it's a free event. It's free event. It's being live streamed into your living room, so you don't even need to get dressed. You don't need to worry about what you're wearing, putting makeup on. I will have a makeup on, and I will wear a bra. But for you guys at home or streaming into your office, you know, show up however you want to. It doesn't matter, you won't be on camera. But if you want to save your seat and watch 9 incredible experts at the Visibility and Velocity Summit, visit www.prwithperks.com/summit. It's the 16th of September during school hours, because I didn't want that to be a barrier to any parents showing up and getting all the value from how to turn visibility into velocity and income and profit. So Jas, thank you again for joining me this morning. I'm really excited for our fireside chat.
Me too.
Good. I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.